Hello everyone, welcome back to my Destiny reaction series. My name is Tara if you don't know me, and my goal is to catch up on the story of Destiny before the final shape expansion. Today we're picking up where we left off in Beyond Light. I know there was some post-campaign story that I missed off on, but thankfully Destin has it all nice and collected for us in one place, so we're just gonna watch through all of that before moving on to the seasons. Let's get right into it.
Good to have you back, Guardian. The Fallen are producing advanced weapons on Europa to improve their military strength throughout the system. Our goal is to sabotage their efforts however we can. We'll start by taking out a critical manufacturing plant.
But
Eramis
is gone, right?
He has specialized knowledge of the facility.
It is well guarded, not only by Eramis's Elixir. Vex incursions threaten Europa.
So the Vex are still coming through.
Those who still whisper Eramis's name.
Oh.
Perhaps we can use that to our advantage.
So it's still followers of Eramis.
There are many locks here. Verix offers you his keys. They are old. Teeth must fit this new lock.
Do you really think your old access codes will work? Maybe there's another way.
There is no other way.
All right. Just between you and me, I'm really tired of hacking security systems. Doors locked down.
That feels kind of meta.
My key or failure.
How about high
I still
explosive?
don't see why this would work. But if I have to hack this thing, I will. Access denied. Big surprise there.
Denied.
New plan. Guardian, I'm picking up a volatile energy signature on the other side of the room. A power core, I think. Let's get a little more proactive here.
High explosive? Wait. No? Oh. I like that it almost kills you.
That was very tight of you, Ghost.
Very tight.
We've been through a lot lately. I'd say we're learning to do things our own way. Wow, the Fallen really built this place up. And another computer terminal.
You must not blow it up.
More hacking.
You will disrupt.
Ghost's
too
favorite.
much.
Fine, let me have a look. Factory is powering down.
Well done, Guardian.
God,
This
the
will
music.
go a long way in gaining us a foothold on Europa, but we should hit them again as soon as possible. Take
Music like that
advantage
is
of the
so
Vex
good at
presence
hyping
here.
up a scene,
Just
especially
get
in
to work,
combat.
Commander. We'll be ready.
As you saw when you attacked the factory, Vex swarm Reese Reborn, Varric says bitterly. They are pests, but your commander is right. Such pests will make House Salvation weak. Varric will help you and your vanguard once more. House Salvation must be destroyed, yes? Varric offers to guide you through several low-level sabotage operations so that you might take advantage of House Salvation's disorganized state. I wonder if we're gonna have like a new Eramis, like someone to fill, like, nature abhors a power vacuum, right? So naturally there'll be another Fallen to be like, I am new Eramis. I follow all of Eramis's teachings and will guide our people back to stasis and darkness. Your commander has asked me to lead you once more through Reese Reborn, Varric says. Another attack on the city to see how the Vex have fared. Elixir of House Salvation will not expect us. They are distracted by their fight. He shakes his head. Their loss, your gain. Help the Vanguard investigate the Vex presence in the Fallen City by completing the mission, The Aftermath.
Eramis unleashed chaos on her own city.
Lucky for us, the Vex will further destabilize them. We just need to land the killing blow. See the Fallen stand now that the Vex are at their door.
Now, I'm a little confused. We did close the portal, right? That's what that... Was it a strike or was it a dungeon? Regardless, we went in and we closed it, right? So how are the Vex still pouring... Oh, maybe the Vex are coming from elsewhere.
Find the cracks.
They are
in
kind of
their
like one
defenses.
solid unit.
Vex thought this place would be the...
If I'm mistaken, the Vex aren't quite a hive mind. They're just like, all of the Vex, if my understanding is correct, is like they are one being, right? It's not like a bunch of minds connected. It's like the Vex is all of them. Maybe I misunderstood that, but that's what I think.
Of Elixir is reborn, but these Vex will churn it to dust.
Commander, the Fallen are holding their ground against the Vex better than we expected.
Perhaps someone has risen to replace Eramis.
Yeah.
I think you may be right. Get deeper in the city. Find out who it is.
Especially if they're organized.
Machine spawn.
Critis.
Did you believe you could break our Kel so easily?
Guardian down.
She has merely transformed, and she will rise again.
Is this because we left her as a popsicle? So she's not quite gone?
Elixir still flee
Transform.
from this city. Some for house light, some for dusk. Perhaps they flee from Critis.
House light and
Zavala,
house
we're clear,
dusk.
but there's no sign of Critis. She got away.
We can't let Critis rebuild the fallen forces here. She slipped under our radar once already. Work with Vex on this, Guardian. He has insider knowledge.
We'll get it done, Commander.
Tell me, friend.
Critis seeks to claim power, Vex says. She has always had ambition to prove herself Kel-worthy. He leans closer to you. Vex hears whispers that her followers are collecting remnants of the dark. To stop her, we must understand why. Huh. I don't quite get it. If she's saying that Eramis has transformed, could it be that even though Eramis's body is dead, her mind somehow is living on, maybe like through a connection to the dark?
Eramis wished to destroy gods, but Critis simply chose another. She craves not power, but meaning.
Meaning?
And she seeks it in darkness.
My people, your Kel sleeps, but she is not dead. The darkness brings another gift, the means to rouse her from her slumber.
To thaw her out? Okay, hold on. Hearing this, like, missive, we should just go up to where we froze Eramis into a popsicle and just shatter. Just shatter that shit. Stop it in its tracks.
Cannot be.
Eramis Kel has not left you. Eramis Kel has just begun. Eramis Kel will return in a storm of blood and ice.
That's a cool finisher. Hunters seem really fun.
Eramis Kel seeks greater knowledge from the darkness. She pledges herself to its mysteries. She journeys through its glorious depths. And she will return not as Kel, but as a god.
Huh.
The darkness sends visions of Eramis Kel. It names me her escort out of the deep. Back to you, her people, her faithful.
So, if what Critis is saying is true, and Eramis in her frozen state is like communing with the pyramids and the dark, what are the pyramids and by extension the darkness's motivations? They don't seem outright evil, but it seems like the darkness is helping two separate parties, right? Because maybe not intentionally, it was giving the Fallen the powers that they had to overthrow the Traveler, and yet also giving us the powers of stasis and communicating with us. I don't really know what the pyramids are up to. I can't really pin it down. It doesn't quite make sense.
If she has found a way,
Unless the darkness just watches like enjoys watching people struggle and fight amongst themselves. Who knows? Chaotic neutral party?
Bring Eramis to bring Eramis back to life.
We're not gonna let that happen.
Welcome, Spawn.
Yeah, okay, so we just shatter the crystal.
Come to
Just shatter that.
rise of a god.
She's down,
Okay.
Alex. It's over.
Now shatter the popsicle.
That's all of them. All of Eramis's lieutenants. Her entire council.
The reign
Break
of
popsicle.
the Kill of Darkness
Break it.
is ended.
Please, for the love of God, break it.
Thanks to the Guardian.
Break popsicle.
But in death,
I'm losing my
Eramis
mind.
becomes myth, immortal. Her
I'm losing my mind.
legacy will go on. New champions will rise in her name. We must stay always vigilant.
We must break popsicle so she can't be thawed.
The
I'm losing my mind. I'm losing it. This is infuriating.
Dust of old Kel rises a new one. Always. Critus will not be the last. This dark power will draw more. The Elixni will fracture. Form new houses, new ambitions. Come to Varix. Know what Varix knows.
Okay. More
Together,
fallen lore?
we will stand vigil on Europa. There is always another fight.
More fallen lore. More fallen lore would be nice. Varix is relieved that you were able to disrupt Critus's efforts, but warns you that new leaders will rise in her place. From now on, he can offer you guidance on how to continue defending Europa from ambitious enemy Elixni. Exo training protocols, huh? It seems we were right to investigate. Engage with them whenever you'd like, but keep their existence safe from House Salvation. We must not give them even a single ledge from which to pull themselves up.
Putting stasis into a
Drifter.
grenade launcher, huh? Wish I'd thought of that. Listen, I think the Fallen have bitten off a little more than they can chew here. What do you say we take this thing off their hands? See if you can find intel on where they're keeping the prototype. In the meantime, I'm gonna call in a favor from the shore.
Drifter sent instructions for infiltrating the city. He said he couldn't be on radio. Some top secret business with Eris and the stranger. He
I wonder
asked
what
me to
they're
fill
up
in
to.
for him, but he doesn't think I'll be able to sell it. He's wrong. All right. My notes say we got ether tanks all over this rooftop. The exploding kind. Use them to get those guards before they get us. Sister. Nice
Ghost Drifter impression is so good, dude.
job with those fireworks. Let's keep moving. I can't believe he thought I couldn't do this.
Oh man, who needs
A
Drifter?
stasis wielding gun. Wonder what Moon Dust and the stranger would think of that.
I'm obsessed.
Actually, that's a good question. Do you think Drifter even told them about this? Too late now, I guess. The Fallen have their gun
He's
on
got his mannerisms and his candor down pat. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this.
lockdown. Max security. Stay on your toes. You don't get as old as me by being sloppy. No. Too wordy. Don't get sloppy. Better. Keep one hand on your gun, kid. There's the gun. I got access codes to take down that shield. Let me do my magic, sister.
I need more
One
ghost
more.
impressions.
Keep pushing.
I want this to be a trend that continues throughout the story. Just Ghost mocking people.
Shields down. Nab that gun, sister. Ah, we tripped in alarm. We gotta, hightail it out of here.
Tail it out of here.
Hello, old friend.
Oh, Spider, what's up, bud?
You might need a hand. My associates will arrive shortly. There's a little roadblock.
Can I just voice one complaint? Spider's way of talking is just so slow for me. Like, my attention span cannot. I need him to, like, double time it.
Up ahead.
I understand he's, like,
Of course.
probably having troubles breathing and maybe is, like, dying or something, but, like, it's too slow for me. I can't.
Present from the shore. I know you Guardians always enjoy a little extra firepower.
True.
Another brig. That thing must be controlling the shield. All right, we're clear. Thanks for the help, Spider.
Oh, it was nothing. I've heard a little of your exploits with this new power, stasis.
Oh my god, spit it out.
Consider this a reminder. You have friends on the shore.
Thanks, buddy.
Don't be a stranger.
Talk faster.
Guardian.
Talk faster, Spider. I don't know why he's rubbing me wrong today. Usually I
Not to
enjoy
dwell
him.
on this, but my drifter impression was pretty good, huh?
Yes!
Hive, bring a sword. See? Watch out, Drifter. There's a new Drifter in town.
I like Ghost
Let me have a
Drifter.
look at that thing. I like that rough around the edges look that Fallen Tech has. Reminds me of the Dark Age. Smash together some bits and pieces and pray to no one that it works. You can tear up the field and gambit with this. Lay some traps, catch some taken. Bring it through sometime, all right? I want to see what you can do when you're packing darkness.
Humanity's refuge does not lie in us alone. We must awaken darkness far and wide, teach the masses to use it for good. But first, we must awaken its power fully. There was one whose knowledge of the darkness exceeded even our own.
I think I might have started this quest and then didn't finish it in game because this feels very familiar.
My grandfather, Clovis Bray the First.
This is when I realized that she was Elisabeth. Right. So I did see this part of the quest.
Elisabeth, he said to me as I woke, born again as an exo. You are going to save the world.
So if she has these memories, then this is probably the second iteration of Exo Elisabeth?
What a load of crap. The old man didn't care about saving the world. He only cared about his precious legacy. Still, here's to hoping he was right. Clovis kept most of his secrets in his personal journal, and I know just where we can find it.
I'm still really excited to see if... so I said this, I think, in my previous video, but Clovis made, I think, multiple exos of himself, and I think Maya mocked him for it. And then I think he made himself into the facility itself, like a facility AI. And I'm excited to see if that, like, comes into play at all.
It's a strange thing. Sisters alive again at the same time. Me wishing I didn't remember my past, Anna searching constantly for hers. All this time I've kept her searching, kept her away from desire. Fortunately for those of us in need, Clovis left plenty behind. He wanted it that way. You brought the key?
So has she talked to Anna at this point? Because Anna wouldn't really have memories of it, right?
Everything we're looking for is in there.
Clovis was a man so obsessed with legacy he recorded practically everything he did, including every body he left buried in our family's past.
Ugh.
History loves referring to his kind as great men, remembering their successes while ignoring the atrocities committed to get there.
Like the way he
Make no mistake,
like the way he experimented on his son.
Clovis
Sicko.
was ambitious, ruthless, a tyrant. That knowledge is why I've kept Anna searching. She's not ready to hear about any of it. Or even about me, for that matter.
So you haven't spoken to her?
We're not here to learn who Clovis was, either. Only to gain what he found experimenting with the darkness. Stasis.
I want them to
If we're
interact.
lucky, this journal is our key to unlocking its greater potential. We'll have answers once I can decrypt it further. Thank you. for your help. When I know more, you'll know more.
I want a family reunion. Not with Clovis, just with Ana and Elisabeth. Aw, when they were little. That's so cute. The ex-stranger uncrosses her arms as you approach, happy to see you again so soon. This journal of Clovis's is more of a boon for us than I previously realized. In my original timeline, there was a hard copy, though it was incomplete. You finally helped me access its digital form, and with it, we've been rewarded. The ex-stranger hands you what she found. Why aren't we just not calling her Elisabeth, or like LC2 or something? Our first step in enhancing your darkness abilities begins with this. I'm looking forward to seeing what you make of it.
Turns out Clovis's journal is fairly encrypted, and I'm unable to bypass most of it. Probably to keep it away from, well, me. I stood by his side for a time. It's why I look like this. He needed a guinea pig, and after Dad passed, I needed a father figure. Eventually, I realized my mistake and joined my sisters in trying to take our grandfather down.
So she does remember that.
So Clovis took precautions to keep us from interfering. Didn't want us exposing every dark truth about every unethical experiment.
Yeah.
And so here we are, encrypted journal and all. I think it's about time we extract some good from the bad.
I had wondered if she would have her memories of when she tried to bomb the facility. The exo-stranger has pored over Clovis's digital journal and discovered that, despite learning more about stasis from the available pages, much of it is still encrypted. Turns out Clovis didn't trust many, including his family. But that's because there was the big secret of the exos that he didn't want revealed, of that you have to wipe their minds, like, as a blank slate in order for them not to, oh shoot, what's it called? There's some sort of psychosis that exos get if their minds are too tangled with their past lives. Though this is not the exo-stranger's first time seeing it, she has never been able to fully decrypt it to further understand its secrets. But with you at her side, decrypting the journal finally feels like a reality. In order to decrypt and explore it further, the exo-stranger once again asks you to empower the skeleton key with stasis energy, believing that Clovis installed it in her, hoping she would use it to one day continue his work and further his legacy. The exo-stranger inclines her head as you approach. Your skill with stasis is impressive, she says, but there's still much to learn about the darkness, how to wield it, how to shape it. I can offer guidance, but the path is yours to walk. Each week, the exo-stranger will provide 2 new quests. This is why I'm very glad that I am just reacting to it, because I was afraid that something like this would happen with like a time gate or like a really big, like long time commitment that I don't have time for while catching up on the story. Return each week to receive the stranger's guidance. Yeah, no, that would have taken too long for me. I'll probably still do them in my spare time, but not for reaction purposes.
Bastard, but he was a brilliant one. He had decryption algorithms for his journal all over Europa. Found one. It's in this console. Bring the key to it. We told her she was adopted, Ana. It was simpler than telling her about our father's infidelity. But it was more than that.
The drama?
Ana had some destructive tendencies as a child. Reminded us all of the old man himself. Our mother thought if Ana believed she wasn't one of us, she'd dodge our grandfather's genetic cruelty, as she called it.
Oh, God.
I never bought it. Cruelty isn't genetic. It's learned. Clovis chose to be evil, and Ana was just a child acting out after losing her father. But in my original timeline, my dark future, Ana eventually found her own brand of cruelty. Thanks to the darkness. It used her troubled past to manipulate her. And she wasn't strong enough to resist, and I had to put an end to it.
This is why she's
to
not
my
allowing
little
her to
sister's
find.
life. There was no other choice.
You killed Ana?
In my dark future, yes. Truth be told, I miss her.
Holy shit.
But in this timeline, she doesn't even know that I'm alive.
Oh my
That's
God.
by my own design. This time, I kept her away from her past and from me to prevent the darkness from getting to her. But no matter what I do, it still finds a way. Eris Morn gave in to curiosity and brought the darkness. Eramis gave in to desire and built a dark empire. As with all things dark, they were both driven by obsession. Because that's where our fault lies. That's how darkness corrupts. I can't ignore it any longer.
Oh my god. Okay, hang on. I'm like reeling with emotion here a little bit. So the whole reason why Elisabeth is keeping Ana in the dark right now is because probably she can't face her after killing her in her own timeline. And also to protect her from ending up like she ended up in her timeline so that she doesn't have to kill her again in this one. Holy crap, dude, that's heavy.
Keeping Ana away will only cause her obsession to grow, and the darkness will find her. I must find her first. The decryption code worked. There's enough stasis research in here to hold us over for now, but there's a lot yet to decipher. And Ana should be here when we do. I'll let you know what's next, once I make sense of it all.
Family reunion! She probably figures it's better to stay with her sister and help protect her against the darkness rather than let it find its way to her with her deep obsession. The extra stranger seems lost in thought when you approach, but your presence quickly snaps her out of it. I've sent a message to Ana. I can only hope she receives it well, assuming she has any desire to speak to me. Of course she would. We will hopefully be seeing her soon. The extra stranger's demeanor shifts. Excitement is on the horizon. In more hopeful news, decrypting Clovis's journal has yielded another opportunity to enhance your stasis powers. Can't wait to see what you do with it.
Thanks for your help last time. I was able to decrypt a portion of the journal with what we found, and it's even more unsavory than I ever knew. Amongst the madness, however, it appears our efforts were not in vain. Clovis hadn't just found stasis, he'd enhanced it. Fortunately for the world, he didn't know how to use it. Just sat in a lab somewhere until the collapse, like so many of his experiments. Decrypting the remainder of his journal should point us in the direction of that knowledge. And I know where we can do just that.
I like how there's the subtext of like your character getting stronger, so the average player would go through this, but the story like in here is so interesting. But they're like, but don't worry, player, you'll still get stronger by doing it, rather than wanting to just do it for the story, like me.
I owe you an apology.
Huh?
From the start, we were warned not to let our emotions take over. And that's exactly what I did. I got so caught up in worrying that the darkness might hurt, well, us. I didn't notice the damage that I was doing, which is the opposite of what I'm here for. I'm your ghost. Light, dark, it doesn't matter.
Aw.
We're a team.
Oh, I want to hug my little ghost buddy. That was so good.
This was bad. But all this, I'm feeling a little ashamed of being a Bray right now.
Welcome to my world.
Elsie, Clovis, this is all I wanted. All I searched for. But you've been around this whole time and I never heard from you. Guardian? What are you doing here?
Sorry.
This is actually why I brought you here, Ana.
We can leave. They're having their they're having their moment, their family struggles of Elsie kind of being a piece of shit, but doing it to protect Ana, and Ana probably won't understand that yet. We should just leave. We should just let them work through it, hug it out, fight it out a little bit, and then move forward. This is awkward.
Perfect. This is exactly what we need to decrypt the journal and find that stasis research.
Stasis? You mean darkness power?
Ana, what we're doing here is extremely important. Stasis is just a tool. We've used it for good.
You're using darkness?
I was skeptical at first too, Ana.
Both of you? After everything it's done to us?
Ana, our past. I thought that keeping it from you was the best way to protect you.
Protect me? I've been protecting myself just fine without your help, thanks. And this? Using the darkness? That can't end well.
And it didn't before. But this time...
Hold on.
I think Ana's reaction here is totally justifiable with everything that she's learning right now. Like, I completely sympathize with where she's coming from.
Before?
In another timeline, Ana, you were too obsessed with your past for your own good. And I was too selfish for my own good. The truth is, I'm not from this timeline. Where I come from, the darkness won.
This raises an excellent question of where is our Elisabeth? If this isn't our original Elisabeth, what happened to ours?
And I tried to shield you from it, but all I did was drive you to it. I'm sorry for keeping so much from you. I think the best way to help you now is just to be there for you.
Oh.
Look, I don't mean to be ungrateful, and it's incredible that you're alive. Really. But I don't know how to handle this.
Fair.
I'm sorry.
Ana, wait.
Give her time. That is so much to dump on a person. Give her like a few days, continue the conversation then, when she's had time to process.
Was the right thing to do.
Time will tell. For now, I'll keep working to find the location of Clovis's stasis research. We'll talk again soon.
This is heavy, dude. This is like family drama. The exo-stranger seems troubled as you approach. Perhaps I shouldn't have dropped so much on yeah, you think? Dropped so much on Ana at once. In my past attempts to befriend her, past attempts, plural? Across other timelines. She's done this multiple times. I always tried to ease her into these revelations. She shifts uncomfortably, but we no longer have time for ease. I just hope that by creating a different world, one where the darkness can't get its filthy claws into our heads, that Ana will come around. If she doesn't, then this whole thing may be a wash once again. This isn't her saying that this timeline is fucked, because that's like, girl, like, keep those thoughts to yourself. The exo-stranger shakes it off. No, it can't be. This time, things truly are different. You're walking proof of that. You and your resilience to the manipulations of darkness. So let's keep up the good fight by continuing to use Clovis's research for good. Speaking of, here's what I found this time. It's yours to do with as you please. New grenade. Wow. Gotta give the players their dopamine hit with their new unlocks. Ooh, raid? 6 players? This is a raid, right? I wonder which one.
Eramis found it. The Deep Stone Crypt. The birthplace of the Exo. And a prison for something sinister. Her followers intend to make use of it. To unleash a chaos they do not understand. Their success means untamed power beyond their wildest dreams. They must be stopped.
Crypt power systems compromised. Initiating emergency backup system.
Clovis? Crypt AI?
Crypt status active. Orbital status standby. Humanoid lifeforms detected. Approaching clarity control. Threat determined. Crypt compromised. Nuclear descent protocol recommended. Clarity control breached. A single unregistered exo and a single life.
What is that doing here? What is the thing from the pyramids doing in here, in the Deep Stone Crypts?
Form of unknown biology detected in the crypt laboratory. Status disastrous. Notice, vacate the premises immediately. This will be your only warning.
Hello? Are those fallen exos? Or are those just regular fallen? One of them definitely looks like an exo. Ew! I don't like the way it climbs.
Multiple hostile intruders detected within the orbital platform. Orbital confinement protocol initiated. Halfway to nuclear cores obscured. You have no warnings left. Nuclear descent protocol initiated.
Nuclear descent.
Artificial intelligence activated. Enjoying yourselves, intruders? It's worth knowing the cataclysmic damage you will be responsible for today. Do not.
What is this melody that's playing? It's gorgeous. It's like somber and gorgeous while this AI is taunting us.
Fool yourselves. This facility is not simply the fruitless work of some pathetic scientist.
Guardian
This
down.
house was built by the genius Clovis Bray the First himself. Within lies humanity's salvation. La Fontaine du Jouvence. Made possible by clarity control. Magnificent, wasn't it? An entity from beyond our own dimension. And the answer to humanity's eternal struggle. Mortality. Were it to fall into the wrong hands, humanity and the universe would be utterly doomed.
There's a lot going on here. The music, I'm being stun-locked by the music because it is so beautiful and it feels like it's like aiding a revelation that I'm not listening to. I'm having trouble listening to the AI because the music is so gorgeous.
I have no reason to believe you are anything other than the wrong hand. You now face godlike judgment. May it extend eternally.
Oh, that music was gorgeous.
I activate this, and it all goes away. Cheers to that.
Is this human Elsie? Because she was terminally ill, and that's why she agreed to like let him experiment and make her join the EXO project experiment, whatever it was.
Nuclear descent protocol active. Utter destruction of Europa imminent. Nuclear descent protocol deactivated. Orbital collision remains imminent. Clever little rats. I will not forget what you have done here today. Upon collision, the crypt will be torn open and all defenses will be destroyed. It is now open to all. Allies and enemies alike.
Damn.
If you do not defend it, the results will be wounded. Humanity's fate is now on you.
Wow.
Best of luck.
So we're gonna collide with the planet and crack open the Deep Stone Crypt, huh? And all those Guardians are dead. Guardian down.
Guardian down.
I didn't think it would actually happen that way. Wait, that's so funny. I can't get over that. I was kidding. Yo, what is that?
Guardian down.
Hold on. Is it a trend that Destiny 2 hides its biggest, like, most intense music in the raids? Do I need to like just casually get into raiding when I can? Because what the hell? Ooh.
Sooner or later, we must all face the consequences of our struggle for power. For Eramis, the Deep Stone Crypt provided another grasp at darkness. But firm it was not. Their loss is our gain. For the deepest secrets of Europa are now within our grasp.
Did I see this cutscene before?
It's no longer a secret.
The game might have played
what
it for
lies
me.
within the Deep Stone Crypt. The living embodiment of darkness, shrouded in the DNA of the Vex. My grandfather desired eternal life. He searched and searched, but in the end, he created it instead. From his fountain of youth, I and every other Exo was born. This is a truth we cannot hide from. The darkness within us. And so we must embrace it. The Guardians that entered the Deep Stone Crypt brought new life to the long-dormant machines of Europa. They carry with them knowledge long thought lost. Now is our chance to seize it.
Let's go for it. We owe much to those who fought to save Europa from the Morning Star's attempted nuclear collision. Some of it lies in wreckage on top of the crypt, but not all. Much remains in the atmosphere, and falls now to Europa's surface. With the careening wreckage comes value we cannot overlook, as House Salvation has discovered. We must continue the fight against them, and prevent them from acquiring anything that aids their continued violence. Look for the falling debris. There you will find House Salvation. They must be stopped.
Let's get you back out there.
Bunch of Guardians storm the Deep Stone Crypt. Next thing I know, I wake up in a daze, sprawled out on the floor. Seems crazy to assume the two are connected, but then again, stranger things and all that, you know? Now you walk in here and my insides go haywire all over again. A lot of weird images flashing through my mind. Hard to make sense of them all. Vex, a blade, and a few dead Exos on Europa. Unhappy with their lot in life, I imagine. Not sure what that's about. Maybe we see about finding them. Help me make sense of all this. I'll be waiting. Are you having the dreams of the tower? I don't think I ever really figured out what the tower was all about in the reading that I did. Just know that Exos were dreaming of a tower.
It'll be time for another reboot. I have all the signs. They say do it now. Get it over with. But I don't want to forget. Not anymore. I try to record all I can, but how can I possibly describe how it felt to hold my son? My son? I had a... Is this the child in my dreams? The one that says, "What does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God."
Cryptic. Very cryptic.
Keep your voice down. He's right down the hall. What if he hears you? It never hurts to be discreet. Who knows? Those maladapted microchips could be transmitting back to their ultra motherboard or something. Seriously? You think they're drawing us into a trap? What have we been harvesting then? The cannon fodder? Even if you're right, I find it hard to believe Clovis Bray doesn't have a backup plan. He may be egocentric, but he's not stupid.
Hey, Anjali, what do you think? Does Bray have any clue what he's doing with this gate? No, please. He barely hears us when we're in the same room. All he listens to
This is the other side of... Okay, Angeli's conversation was a little confusing. This is the other side
are
of it.
his own important thoughts. Come on, we shot those Vex to pieces. And drained their battery acid for good measure. No way they're transmitting anything. I'm sure. Besides, it's not those ones we ought to worry about. What happens when they send the big guns through that gate? Well, I don't have any evidence or anything. I just think we're all acting a little too confident in our own firepower.
Those are very, very cryptic. This has got to be Clovis Bray.
Artificial intelligence activated.
There it is. This is what I've been waiting for.
Who in the hell do you think you are?
Excuse me?
The Deep Stone Crypt has stood for centuries without intervention. From the ether, you appear and destroy it all in one fell swoop.
Sorry, bud.
This is the same AI that spoke to us in the crypt and tried to kill us.
I'm more than just an AI, thank you. I am an exact replica of Clovis Bray the First's consciousness.
Okay, so if the Clovis Bray AI exists, where are the Exos of Clovis Bray? Or are they long dead, perhaps?
For the record, you were intruders.
That's not entirely true. Fallen had invaded, and we tried to stop them.
Fallen?
An alien race that appeared after the collapse.
The collapse?
Oh.
Sounds like I have much to catch up on.
Yeah, you do.
I suppose I should offer some gratitude for reviving me. In the meantime, perhaps you can refrain from further destroying my life's work.
Kind of deserved, though. You're kind of a piece of work. So he doesn't know anything like after the Golden Age.
Artificial intelligence activated. Oh, you again. And what should I help you with this time?
It's our friend, Banshee, an exo. He had scattered visions of dead exos that mentioned a blade and led to you.
Did you say Banshee?
Yes, he's our gunsmith.
How interesting. You're after the blade then, I assume.
Okay, 44 is a lot of iterations of Banshee. In no universe is Banshee one of Clovis's exos, right? Right? No way.
Just out to help our friend make sense of his memories. Hoping the blade helps with that.
Yes, I'm aware of where it lies. You want it? Prove you're worth my time first.
Same to you.
Clovis definitely recognized the name Banshee.
Elisabeth sent you here to pester me, didn't she? I programmed this challenge especially for her, you know. I'm not shocked she held on to that grudge for more than a millennia, which can't be good for her mental stability. Clearly, you share my granddaughter's particular brand of lunacy. Let's see if you can measure up intellectually as well. Elisabeth taught you the tricks of this arena, didn't she? Clever girl. This stage, however, I concocted just for you. Good luck. I can certainly see why my granddaughter chose you to be her lackey. Run on back to her. What you've done here will power her smug satisfaction for another 1,000 years.
Her smug satisfaction.
Sure, nice shooting out there.
This thing's given me flashes left and right, but they're scrambled. Something about a bunker hidden away among the ice. Must be Europa. Gotta ask you to help me once more. We're close. I can feel it. Broken blade. Golden Age relic. Cool.
No,
Clovis?
you've meddled in my affairs, haven't you? The Vex march on me through no provocation of my own.
We were just searching for the blueprints to reforge the blade.
And provoked the Vex to my doorstep in the process. If you desire the end result of those blueprints, you'd best make haste.
Clovis, we're almost to you.
Any slower and there will be no me left to protect. The Vex gather en masse at the facility entrance.
We're doing what we can.
Allow my assistance, then. There's an old maintenance tank outside. Acquire it. Demolish those monstrosities.
This must be the tank. The Vex are everywhere.
We need tanks and
Almost
more
like
missions.
they were waiting for us.
Possible the Vex use me now as bait to retrieve the blade. In their hands, it will be lost forever, along with your beloved Banshee's memories.
What?
The Vex storm the facility. I require immediate protection.
Why would the Vex want the blade?
We're coming.
Do you spot my security frames? I'm unable to detect them. They've likely been apprehended by the Vex.
We'll free any we can find.
They found me. Where are you?
We're almost there.
The blade, do you retain it? It must be reformed.
So now you want to help us.
That blade was the bane of the Vex, wielded by a valiant exo the last time they invaded, centuries ago. In pieces, the Vex believe they have a chance to reacquire it.
I see.
I
That
will
makes a lot
relent
of
this
sense.
Once. I should have helped you sooner. We must now rebuild it together.
It was a Vex Slater blade. And that's where they're like, we want that, thank you.
The onslaught has arrived. They must not disrupt the forging process.
We'll hold them all.
It is a thick blade.
Forging protocol complete.
Like a stunted Buster Sword.
Wield the blade. Destroy them all. Every last one.
That's the last of them.
I suppose I owe you a debt of gratitude. However, I generally prefer not to be indebted to anyone.
Too bad.
As such, you may consider the blade your property. Though you should allow this Banshee an opportunity to test its integrity once.
You sure you're safe?
Thanks to you, yet. Until our next meeting.
How do you know Banshee? How do you know Banshee, Clovis? Well, that did it. I can see a bit clearer now. The thing, the big exo head. What? Well, that did it. I can see a bit clearer now. The thing, the big exo head. It's me, and I'm it. Both of us, Clovis Bray. Oh, that's certainly something. What the fuck? I don't feel like the old man, but it's coming into focus more each minute. Well, here's one of the Clovis exos. That's crazy. Dude, that's crazy. I don't feel like the old man, but it's coming into focus each minute. I know now I used that sword to repel a takeover by the Vex during the Golden Age. Looks like you've done something similar. No need to hand it over. It's yours now. Thanks for protecting, well, me. I think I'll be making a trip over there at some point. Visit my giant self. Learn more about who I was. I've got questions, and it sounds like I've also got answers. Hopefully I've got nothing left to answer for. Ugh. Listen, Banshee, Clovis, whatever name you want to go by, you were a real piece of shit, and you did some very disgusting things to your grandchildren and your son, okay? That's all you need to know. Leave that fucking buried where it belongs, all right? Damn, what a reveal. That's wild. That is so sick.
Turns out Clovis really did find stasis power within the darkness. He just didn't know how to use it. So naturally, he hid it. Lucky for us, he did so in the most Clovis Bray of locations. With himself.
Of course.
The giant exo at the bottom of the exo factory? That's him. Well, his AI. And I think it's time we all had a talk. Ana included.
Family
This
reunion.
is her journey too.
Oh,
In
the drama.
dark future. She was going to take it with or without me. And when I wasn't there, the darkness was. I won't let that happen again.
The dramatic family reunion is going to be off the charts here. Oh boy. Ugh.
Ana, you came back.
Yeah, well, it's not every day you reunite with your robot sister after the apocalypse. And because I figured if you went to that much trouble to protect me, you must really care.
See,
I
she's
do.
coming around.
I've just been scared, Ana, about losing you again. I thought I was doing the right thing, keeping the truth from you.
All you need to do is be my sister, Elsie. Whatever truths we face, no matter how tough, we'll do it together.
No better time than the present, then. You brought it?
Knew she'd come around. Oh boy.
Confidential intelligence activated. It's been centuries since our collective passing, and yet my granddaughters, Elisabeth and Anastasia, stand before me, alive.
Clovis?
Yes, Anastasia. It's me.
Incredible.
I assume since you've made it this far, you've come for my research. Potent darkness energy. This is what you were looking for, Elisabeth? I could never use it. Something tells me you can.
I can, and will, but not alone. We can all use it for good, to save humanity.
No. What? It's not what it's for at all. It's for research, for legacy, for the Bray name.
Why am I not surprised?
Don't get holier than thou on me, Elisabeth. Need I remind it was you who volunteered for Project XO? You knew the Bray name was at stake and you fought for it. Unlike your sisters, your mother, even your father, all ungrateful and weak.
You were always a bastard, Clovis.
Yet, you stood beside me willingly, even into eternal life. Life I gave you.
What good thing you did. Because I'm going to use it to help save the universe from evil like you.
Damn.
Your naivete was always to be your downfall, granddaughter. Enjoy the gift, and don't forget, you'll always be a Bray. Like me.
Ew.
You know, Clovis was always problematic. But he used to have some humanity. Before he let the darkness take it from him.
That's actually true. When Elisabeth was coming to bomb the facility, he wanted to pacify her non-lethally, but she wasn't receiving his messages. Intentionally, she was ignoring his messages and just kept coming. And there was like a tinge of regret when he had to blow her up, and
Screw him.
And that iteration.
He can't control us anymore. Let's take this power and use it exactly like he doesn't want us to.
Hell yeah.
For humanity.
Anna's right. We have what we came for. Time to take it to the ziggurat. Come find me after.
You're a real piece of work, Clovis. The Exostranger stands confidently as you approach. My friend, you have no idea how grateful I am for you and all that we have done together. This is only just the beginning. The Exostranger pauses and takes a cathartic moment to herself before continuing. I've lived in a loop for so long. To be able to see this as a new beginning is, I don't even know. Something I began to think wasn't achievable. But now with you, Eris, Drifter, and Ana by my side, it's all becoming so clear. The Exostranger holds out a hand. This should help you provide us even more clarity, and you even more stasis power. Once you're through attuning to it, return to me. I feel as though I owe you a million more thank yous.
I just wanted to say thank you for so much. Most of all, helping me reunite with my sister. In the dark future, Ana was tempted, and I wasn't there for her. From now on, she can count on me. And when she's ready to wield darkness for good, I'll be right there to guide her. In fact, I'll be here to guide anyone who wants it. The Vanguard only recognizes the light. Someone has to do the same for the dark. Or else we risk losing everyone and everything. We have a universe yet to save. I'm looking forward to doing it together.
She's doing the necessary evil that needs to be done. The Exostranger imagines a world where light and dark fight side by side. She believes your help in getting there has been instrumental, but reminds you that your work together has only just begun. If you're to see her vision through to a better world, there is much work left to do, and many potential allies yet to convince of the importance of using darkness for good. Until then, your continued usage of stasis in the fight against evil should help further the cause. Oh man, I'm super glad that I decided to react to the rest of the story for the base Beyond Light, because this was juicy, y'all. This was like a lot. There was a lot of family drama going on, and I was slurping up that tea. That was super enjoyable. The reveal of Banshee actually being one of the exos of Clovis, I did not expect that. Even when I took that random stab at guessing that maybe it was Clovis, I did not even believe it when I was saying it myself. That is super cool. Beyond Light was really sick, and I cannot wait to get to the seasons. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, consider subscribing for the rest of my Destiny journey, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!